Hi there guys, so there has been some controversy and divided opinion to whether Anthony Joshua actually quit against Andy Ruiz Jr. and now referee Michael Griffin, who was there on the night and stopped the bout himself, had this to say about the subject. I was looking in his eyes, he was struggling with something. He wasn't quitting, he's looking for more time. He turned his back on me, I picked up his mouthpiece. I don't think in any sense he was quitting the fight, he just wanted those seconds, but the rules don't allow me to give him those seconds. So there we have it, the man who was right in front of Anthony Joshua when he stopped the fight. Michael Griffin has explained that Anthony Joshua didn't necessarily quit, but he was just looking for more time, which is naturally going to be the case when you have just been dropped 2 times by Andy Ruiz Jr. So obviously Anthony Joshua was sucking in air and his mouthpiece came out. Because he was trying to gasp in more air, he stood to his feet, turned his back on the referee, and then went to his corner. Michael Griffin then walked forward, asked Anthony Joshua where his mouthpiece was. Anthony Joshua did not respond, but Anthony Joshua never said, "I don't want to continue." He never said, "Stop the fight." He done everything the ref asked him to do. He came forward, the ref pushed him back, and that was when he put his arms on the ropes. And the referee had seen enough. He said, "That's the fight, it's done." Anthony Joshua was stopped by Andy Ruiz Jr. in the 7th round. Did he quit? No. And the reason why is because Michael Griffin is there, he's the closest to the action, he was right in front of Anthony Joshua, and he believes himself that Anthony Joshua did not quit. If anyone knew whether Anthony Joshua quit or not, other than Anthony Joshua, then it's Michael Griffin. Because he was stood right in front of him and looking into the eyes of Anthony Joshua, so he knew whether Anthony Joshua wanted to continue or not. Anthony Joshua wanted to continue, but he was looking for more time, and that's what cost him, because if a fighter gives the referee any reason to stop the fight, then they will. The referee's job is to have the fighter's best interest in mind and nothing else, not the career of the fighter, just their health, and that's what Michael Griffin done on the night. In my opinion, I think it was a good stoppage. It was the right time to stop the fight. Anthony Joshua was in no place to continue, and as an Anthony Joshua fan, I mean, obviously you want to see him carry on, but for the health of the fighter, it was a good stoppage, I believe, because Anthony Joshua had been down 4 times and he just didn't look right at all. And Michael Griffin ultimately made the right choice to stop the fight there and then, because Anthony Joshua will not quit. That's why he got up 4 times. If he was going to quit, he would have just stayed down and not bothered getting up, but he kept getting up and continued to try and win the fight against all the odds, because Anthony Joshua had been hit and hurt with a shot that he didn't see coming. And then later on in the fight, he was hit with a similar shot again, which was a right hand that time, a right hook, and it landed in a similar place on the opposite side of the head of Anthony Joshua. And obviously the bodywork of Andy Ruiz Jr., hitting him to the body, it just sucked so much out of Anthony Joshua. He was in no place to continue. He was never going to win the fight after suffering those 2 knockdowns in round 7. There was no reason for Anthony Joshua to continue, but he's a fighter, he would have continued. The referee stepped in and saved Anthony Joshua from himself. That is the referee's job. That is what he is there to do. As I said, to have the fighter's best interests in mind. Not his career, not his fans, just the fighter himself. So ultimately, Michael Griffin made the right choice, much as he did years earlier when Tony Bellew fought Adonis Stevenson. Tony Bellew is a fighter, he would never quit. He'd just been dropped by Adonis Stevenson and hit hard again. His legs went completely and Michael Griffin stepped in to stop the fight. Would Tony Bellew quit? No. He wanted to continue fighting. He was out on his feet and still trying to throw punches and find something in the fight. But the fight was taken out of him completely. Michael Griffin stepped in and stopped the fight at the right time to save Tony Bellew. He done exactly the same thing for Anthony Joshua, although it was a different stoppage and harder to judge. But it was a good judgment from the referee, because at the end of the day, he saved Anthony Joshua for another day. Anthony Joshua lived to fight another fight. And that is what he is going to do on December 7th. Try and regain his World Unified Heavyweight titles against Andy Ruiz Jr. in Saudi Arabia. Michael Griffin, in my opinion, done a great job. He had no other option. He had to stop the fight there and then and save Anthony Joshua from himself, because Anthony Joshua was in no position to continue. He wouldn't have stopped. He'd been knocked down 4 times and got up 4 times. He has previously explained that he will continue to get up if he is knocked down. And the referee, it is his job to step in and stop the fighter from fighting when they can no longer continue. So he stopped the fight and saved Anthony Joshua from himself, because if Anthony Joshua was going to quit, then he would have stayed down. He wouldn't have got up 4 times from 4 knockdowns to try and continue fighting. So there you have it, guys. That is the words of the referee, Michael Griffin, the man closest to the action and the one who knows most whether Anthony Joshua quit more than Anthony Joshua himself. He was right there with the action, right in front of Anthony Joshua, and he says he didn't quit. Also, Anthony Joshua has taken the immediate rematch against Andy Ruiz Jr. That also tells you he didn't quit, because if he doesn't take this immediate rematch, then he kind of thinks, I quit in the last fight, so I can't beat Andy Ruiz Jr. What if it happens all over again? If that mental weakness is there, he would not have taken the rematch, but he has. So ultimately, that means Anthony Joshua did not quit, because he knows that in his mind, that is not what happened on the night, because he knows that that will not happen again. But anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Michael Griffin's comments towards Anthony Joshua about whether he quit or not on fight night. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, click the thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks, guys.